We continue to follow breaking news out of Iran. A U.S. F-15E fighter jet was downed in the central part of the country. A source telling Fox News that one of the crew members has been rescued while an intense search still ongoing for a second crew member. Jennifer Griffin is in Washington. She's been following this breaking news story throughout the day. Jennifer, what can you tell us right now?
Well, Cheryl, first of all, this incident is likely to complicate efforts by the president to try and bring an end to this conflict shortly. We've heard from negotiators in Pakistan that the Iranians are now rejecting talks inside Pakistan with U.S. interlocutors. They've rejected some of the demands from the U.S. side. But the latest on the incident, we've just learned from well-placed sources that the U.S. F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jet went down late Thursday night while it was still dark in the early morning hours inside Iran. Iran is 7.5 hours ahead of the United States of the East Coast. And that rescue was carried out, we're told, by U.S. Special Forces. We saw evidence that there were Special Forces helicopters, Pavehawk helicopters flying over that area during daylight. The rescue, the search for that second crew member is still ongoing. We also have seen visuals showing that there was a pilot seat and a parachute that opened on the ground. That suggests that the pilot was able to eject from the plane, but no evidence. It's not clear whether that seat was, in fact, the pilot's or the weapons crew members, and it's not clear which of the two male crew members is still missing. The individual who was rescued is undergoing treatment right now. It's too early to say whether that individual, whether the injuries are serious or not. But right now, thoughts and prayers with the family of those two F-15E pilots.
Absolutely,
Cheryl?
Jennifer. And these missions are dangerous, and we certainly are praying for them and for their families who are watching this all unfold. At the same time, if you look at these jets, and so of course this morning, the president came out with his defense budget ask, over $1 trillion, pretty large. One of the things that Bloomberg News is reporting is that the Pentagon wants 85 Lockheed F-35s. They're trying to boost that program. And then you've got this jet today, which is a Boeing plane, this F-15E. It's my understanding some of these aircraft are a bit on the older side. Do we know anything more about it?
Well, the F-15 has been around. It's the warhorse of the U.S. Air Force, and the F-15E has been around for quite some time. The F-15E is interesting because it is able to fight both air-to-air as well as to deliver air-to-ground missiles. It's capable of carrying nuclear weapons if needed. This was a conventional warhead that was on board, but it is notable that it was shot down after we've heard for weeks that the U.S. had achieved air supremacy over Iran. It's clear that there are still either surface-to-air artillery or some sort of surface-to-air missiles that were able to target this plane, which was flying, again, we've just reported, late at night. So all of this is going to go into the calculation of CENTCOM and the White House as they figure out the way ahead with the war. But I think most people that I speak to suggest that there's no clear plan to open the Strait of Hormuz. There were negotiations yesterday that the U.S. was left out of in Britain, where 40 nations came together to try and come up with a plan for how to negotiate an opening of the Strait of Hormuz. The Bahrainis have put forward with other Gulf states, Gulf GCC states in the UN Security Council. They're trying to put together a resolution to open the strait, but that, I'm told, won't be ready until next week, if at all. And it's not clear whether the Iranians are going to be in any mood to negotiate. This is a huge propaganda win for them to bring down an American F-15E fighter jet. Remember, at the start of the war in Kuwait, 3 F-15Es were shot down in a friendly fire incident by a Kuwaiti, an overzealous Kuwaiti F-18 pilot, and that was a big loss for the U.S. military. But as you mentioned, some of these planes are getting pretty old, and this defense budget, you've got to reopen the lines to, some of these lines for these airframes are not still open. The investment in more F-35s, which have been a problematic and somewhat over budget airframe. This is very complicated. And then you also have the president, the Pentagon needing to ask for an additional $200 billion to replace for the cost of this last 5 weeks of fighting in the Middle East, again, with no end in sight.
Right. Yeah, and that ask is still out there. To your point, that's where the arguments from Congress are coming back from. Jennifer Griffin, thank you so much for taking the time to join Fox Business on this, and we're going to be following your reporting. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.